Getting the claps together. What up? We are back in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes. Everybody well rested. We took last week off, although we still produced you a quality episode.
We did. It's funny how we did that.
Look how we did that.
Lodge at your mom's house, yeah.
Definitely. My name is Jasiri X. I'm co-founder and CEO of One Hood Media. And to my immediate right,
it's a miracle.
Oh, look at you doing faster.
Look at that. Come on, man.
Trying.
Look at that. Positive vibes only. Miracle, you got positive vibes.
Shout out to Priceless 412. Happy birthday, Ms. Z. It's your girl Miracle, aka Big Blessing with the Big Blessing.
What's going on? And my brother across from me. What's up, bro?
It's your boy Treble NLS. Niggas love sleep.
Yes.
Niggas loathe supremacy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what else niggas like?
What's up?
What's my favorite cheat day meal?
Fried chicken. What is wrong with you?
Fried chicken.
In true Virgo season fashion.
It is Virgo season.
Yes.
Oh, it's about to be September.
Where do you go like when your white wife like says your favorite cheat meal is fried chicken and it's like Mexican food? Like where do you go?
Popeyes apparently.
Fried chicken.
With confidence. I said it with such confidence.
Lord have mercy. And who are you, sir?
Man, I'm the undefeated.
Yes.
The undisputed. 16-0, 15 knockouts. Mean left hand.
Yes.
Sugarfoot Saeed, the supreme Asiatic intelligently divine.
Yeah. I always
You gotta
felt
drop
like
some shots after that, man.
Yeah. On, man. I always felt like left-handed niggas is kind of low-key cheating. Because you don't expect the shot to come from the left. You know what I'm saying?
Don't, man.
Like,
Southpaw advantage.
You know what I mean? It'd be
Southpaw advantage, man.
You had a friend like that. He was a cheater too.
But
Yes.
you know, like it wasn't until like 2 weeks ago when he was like Supreme. I didn't realize that was spelling Saeed.
Oh wow!
It took you how many? 100 episodes. Supreme Asiatic intelligently divine.
You were sitting at home like, hey yo, that's fire. Yes, but people might not know.
Yeah, if you don't know
that.
Supreme Alphabet, if you don't know Supreme Mathematics, then
So,
you don't know.
Supreme
Call me
Asiatic
dumb to my face.
intelligently
No,
divine.
I didn't say that at all. I'm just saying, you know, the 85% dumb, deaf, and blind. Come on.
Called you an 85.
The 85ers don't know, bro. The 85ers don't know.
But
you know what?
Our audience might not know that is an acronym for us.
Yeah.
Just like we say NLS a lot because it's treble NLS. So you might see us have the NLS acronyms all throughout the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's such an appropriate acronym because it fits everything.
Yes. Speaking of NLS, let's
niggas
talk.
love synonyms.
Yes. or we can talk about new legal struggles.
Okay. Come back from break and people go, oh, the acronym.
We're talking about new legal struggles. We got to be talking about the former. We're just gonna call him Mr. Trump since that makes him. Since we found out that makes him mad. Hey,
Here we go.
Hey,
He's going to jail.
yes, in Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia, he going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
He's gonna keep going.
yes.
I feel like that's
know-
like your alarm clock when you wake up too.
And I just found out that's Bobby McFerrin's daughter.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Makes sense,
That
right?
makes so much more
makes sense.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? The genes. So for those that don't know, Donald Trump, and you probably know by now, not only did Donald Trump, he's up to 91 felonies.
Oh shit.
91, yeah. And I kind of want him like to just get into them triple digits. Can we
Just
more
really,
felonies
bro,
for this
like,
nigga?
just go do some shit. You have the wherewithal to commit as much crime as possible.
Go shoot that guy in middle
do
Times
what
Square.
you want. Yes, do what you said you were gonna do. You know what I mean?
Like you said before.
Put your money up, my nigga, and just like give us 9 more felonies so we can see someone actually get hit with 100 with actual real trumped up charges.
A new meeting to trumped up.
Man, imagine if this nigga walked in a courtroom with 100 felonies
That's
like Conor McGregor.
crazy. Yeah. I think that's a question, right? Because according to Fulton County Jail,
The bedbug jail.
yes, Yes,
the foulest
one of the foulest
jail. Yeah.
Like a lot. There's a story that I was reading where it talked about like a lot of people dying inside of Fulton County Jail, including the man, like you said, that they found his body eaten by bed bugs and they had to pay millions of dollars to his family as they rightfully should have.
Absolutely.
And so not only is Trump have to turn himself in to Fulton County Jail on Thursday,
we're gonna get that mugshot.
Mm-hmm. That's what they said, and the sheriff was kind of talking shit.
He was talking heavy. He was like, "We're not changing our policies.
Our policies are our policies." You know what I'm saying?
We do what we do here.
You think that
he lied?
You think them white supremacist sheriffs is going to Trump? Not our man.
They're gonna be up there with selfies. You know what I mean?
They're gonna process them. But CNN did a really good article talking about they're going to take like 15 minutes because they're going to do all the pre-work. He's got $200,000 bond, all this type of
which
stuff.
Which is crazy. Only 200K.
So he has to go in. He has to get fingerprinted, mugshot, all that.
I mean, can't they just pass the other fingerprints and mugshots around?
That's why I really think he should. But it takes most people up to 72 hours to go to this process, right? So if you're a poor black person, you literally get to watch Trump and all these people walks into the jail in front of you, take your little photo, do the little photo shoot, the little hand signature, and go home, and you're stuck there.
Yeah.
And if I was Trump, what I would do, I would just bail everybody out. I would come I would come to Wright Street.
Look at Miracle giving advice.
And I would just like bail everybody out.
Who you working for, Tim Scott or Donald Trump? We need to know.
Listen, I'm trying to get my people free. Like I got people in Wright Street, and it's just gonna be.
They said
it's not a good. It's not a good jail, and it's unfair.
Here was one report. It said a public records request conducted by the Southern Center for Human Rights found that in September 22nd outbreak, 100% of inmates in one unit suffered from lice, scabies, 100%? Or both. Yes. Among those affected, 90% were also found to be significantly malnutrition. Here is the jail that Trump is going to. But like you said, unfortunately, white privilege, right? Trump doesn't have to stay there. And I mean, I would love for him to do like pull back against the cops or something and they give him some charges and make him stay in the county jail. But apparently he's not going to be able to. He's not going to stay there. But according to them, he will be mugshotted. We have our screen printers ready.
Yeah.
We have people right there by the screen printer right now.
I'm just waiting for all the album artwork, all the Instagram posts.
Yes.
I'm interested to see how Trump uses the mugshot. Like, I wonder if he tries to copyright it.
I mean, we know he's going. Well, can you? It's public.
It's government.
It's public property.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, I mean, the minute he gets it, he's going to try to fundraise.
Absolutely.
And I mean, that's and he needs the money.
He's a grifter
because these are more legal fees, right? Yeah. But not only Trump, right? Because this indictment, this 41 count indictment, right? Shout out to Fani, you know what I'm saying? I love the memes where they were talking about like young thug and then old thug.
All the thugs going to jail.
They call Trump old thug.
That's funny.
So it's wild, right? So it's not just Donald Trump in this 41 count indictment.
Who else is it?
Rudy Giuliani. What's Sidney Powell? Hold on, let me get all the names. I think it was somebody else.
We got the Rico for Rudy, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Rico for Rudy Giuliani. He put a lot of good niggas behind bars, so I'm excited about that shit.
Yeah, I read it. It's funny because there was an article that talked about the mobsters were all happy.
Yeah, man. Like, he locked up everybody.
Yes,
man.
yes. Also, Kenneth Cheesebro.
Cheesebro's crazy.
Who was one of Trump's lawyers that was at January 6th. Right? Jenna Ellis, Ray Smith. Come on, let's get them all.
Not Ray Schmurder, but Ray Smith.
So yes, it says the racketeering charge carries a sentence of 5 to 20 years, while a conspiracy conviction can result in a maximum sentence of 1 year in prison. So we'll see, right? Like this
we'll see. Yeah,
and mind you, because this is Georgia, Trump can't pardon himself. Like, if Trump gets elected and becomes president, he can't pardon himself in New York and he can't pardon himself in Georgia. So his lawyers are trying to make it a federal charge.
Yeah.
But currently, right now, it's not a federal charge. And again, this adds to Trump's felonies. Miracle, you're saying now, because remember.
Now he's going to jail.
Okay, now he's going to jail.
Georgia's RICO statute is actually harder to fight than the federal statute.
Oh, wow.
You know, because the South, they love to put people in jail. And so they wrote it very broad.
Yes.
And so you need one or two people, and you got the RICO, conspiracy. There you go.
It says, before you go, it says Fani Willis, the district attorney, intends to try all 19 defendants together and is aiming to have the case go to trial in the next 6 months.
Correct. And you have to talk about the reason she's able to do this is because Fulton County has a practice of basically running through black neighborhoods, grabbing people up, saying they're gangbangers, and then hitting them with RICO. So you think BMF, Viceland has been shot. There's a couple, episodes from Atlanta and Viceland.
I imagine Fanny like listening to the radio and being like, that sounds like a nigga that deserves some jail time. Where does he live at?
Literally.
I mean, Fanny might have a deal worked out. When she said, like, listen, I'm going to sell you some more records. Let me hit you with the RICO, put you away for 5 years, and you will come out on top of the game.
Lord.
I mean, last year, they were just going after, it was rapper after rapper after rapper that they were going after. So this is why she's able to prosecute Trump with this fine-tooth comb. That she's basically sharpened her weapons by practicing on black people and sending them to jails and prisons for the past couple of years. So Georgia, the nickname for Georgia, the acronym used to be like Georgia come on vacation, leave on probation.
Oh wow.
Because you get caught up in Georgia very quickly. But this is the one, there was, I want to say it was the LA Times, maybe the New York Times, but they talked about how these are the only charges Trump should really be worried about.
Oh wow. Okay.
But Drew Feinling is his attorney. Drew Feinling, also Cardi B's attorney, the attorney to the stars. Yep. And if I was Drew, I would be trying to like help Trump get his criminal justice stuff together because we know 2024 black men's votes are going to be up in play. Yeah. And Drew can really make it messy for Georgia to kind of push them to either pardon Trump or like plead this all the way down.
I mean, I think it'll be interesting because it's not just Trump, right? If it was only Trump, that might be something, but 19 other people.
They going to jail.
Yeah, the irony.
You think Rudy's going to go to jail?
The irony if Rudy Giuliani was to go to jail on the RICO charge.
Amazing.
Would be super fascinating.
I would need no more evidence as if I didn't, but like, God is so good.
God
is so good.
Karma for that ass. I mean,
listen, let me hear Rudy Giuliani going to jail. It's going to be Allahu Akbars all day. 24 hours of
we need his mugshot too. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Is there a shirt, like, we need a shirt with like all 19 photos on there.
Just a photo grid, like a yearbook style. You mean? Like all the way down.
Trouble, your thoughts. And so they also said that, I guess Fanny was pushing for March of next year.
Yeah, for the trial date.
Which they were saying would be like a week before the GOP chooses a person.
Yeah, front runner.
So they're saying that that's not going to be the case. I don't know what's going on. What were your thoughts on Trump again?
This is the first time I felt comfortable with someone getting charged in Georgia. Because I'm like,
it's about time.
It's like he can't escape this.
Yes.
There's no way he can get out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, Georgia don't play games. Unfortunately, but fortunately.
We hope, right? Because, I mean, I think that's the thing. Like, he's up to 91 felonies, but he's still out. He's still campaigning. He's still going around. You know, he's going to skip the debates, the GOP debates, and he's going to do like I guess that's when he's turning himself in, right? Instead of going to debates, he's going to turn himself in.
He's very smart. Like,
yeah. But supposedly he's going to do like a one-on-one interview with Tucker Carlson. And, you know what I'm saying? He is continuing to attack, you know, the individuals that are charging him, right? Continuing to attack Jack Smith. Now, you know, he is attacking Fani Willis, the DA. And of course, when he attacks, his followers attacks. But he did have a statement or something that he put out on Truth Social that he responded to his charges. Did you want to read that, my brother Farouk?
Come on, thespian.
Can you believe it? Can you believe
it? Yes, we can. You're a criminal.
I'll be going to Atlanta, Georgia on Thursday to be arrested by a radical left district attorney, Fani Willis, who is overseeing one of the greatest violent crime disasters in American history. In my case, Atlanta's a shithole city. The trip to Atlanta is not for murder, but for making a perfect phone call. Perfect. I make the best phone calls. I know how to talk on the phone. I do this all day. She campaigned and is continuing to campaign and raise money on this witch hunt. This is a strict coordination with crooked Joe Biden's. Such a crooked man. Can't even stand up straight. Must have scoliosis or something. Looks crazy at the podium. The DOJ.
Ad-libs?
It's all about election interference. They're trying to railroad. But you know what we will do? We're going to make America great again. Yes, we are.
It's wild because you can't tell. How can you tell what's ad-libbed and what's actually Donald Trump? You know what I'm saying? Because he did say he's making the perfect phone call. But I do have to look directly at camera. I do have a pause. We have to pause for a second.
We have to. We
actually have a sponsor of this episode. Sometimes, when you're talking about 91 felony charges, sometimes your breath, your voice can get messed up, and you might need an indictment.
Oh shit!
You might need some indictments.
Where did you get those?
Sedaciously delicious indictments. Icy insurrection men.
Oh wow!
My sister sent these to me. Shout out to Yana. She sent these to me. I'll open these up and pass around.
Yeah, I would love
these indictments.
That's kind of triggering for me because I've actually had an indictment.
You're on the other side. I will say,
damn,
Georgia has a very strict Blue Lives Matter law.
Oh, they're like little American flags. Get you an indictment.
So, if for Trumpers out there, do not, under any circumstances, go after Fani or these judges because you'll be up under the jail.
Well, unfortunately, Miracle.
Up under. And Rice Street,
man, this tastes like 91
not
felonies.
A place to be. Oh, it's a flag.
Yeah, it's a little flag.
It is a little flag.
Unfortunately, Miracle, we didn't get on the air soon enough because Trump's people are, in fact, well, Trump started, right? He insinuated that Fani had some affair with some street guy. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, so damn.
He made that insinuation. It says that he sent a flurry of threats, right? So one of the tweets, this is Trump. They never went after those that rigged the election. They only went after those who fought to find the riggers.
Oh, wow. Damn.
The riggers. You rigger.
Damn.
So close.
Whoa.
So, I mean, clearly, like Trump knows what he's doing.
The riggers.
The riggers. You
with the hard R
with the hard
at
R.
the beginning.
Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump.
Oh my God. So
man, that's crazy.
Obviously, when Trump
Hard
attacks
at the beginning.
the riggers. That might have to be the name of this episode. The riggers. The riggers.
Heard you got a bad case of the riggers.
So again, it'll be interesting. And what I wonder, because like you said, Miracle, I mean, it's wild because we've seen a lot of black men supporting Trump, right? I just
seen this on Facebook this morning. I had to delete somebody that was like, I forget what his name was, but he was like, he's like, why is everybody so interested in Donald Trump going to jail? He's a former president. This is a bad look for America. For a superpower that's having political issues with other superpowers to lock up a former president reflects poorly on the country. Shut up, nigga.
Exactly. But I mean, you had like Benny the Butcher, and I don't know if that was like a rap song or whatever. Apparently, he said like he's voting for Trump. And we've seen like a lot of, obviously, old rappers, with right leaning. But it'll be interesting to see if Trump attacking black women, right, attacking a black woman and Fani Willis.
He's going to be the first.
Cells are going to run him up.
I'm about to say, he's about to be the first guest on the Fresh and Fit podcast.
They're going to have him on Fresh and Fit. They're going to have him, Charlemagne. They go, what's the bald head black dude we're talking about? Dr. something.
Who?
God, the one we were talking about finance and investments. He used to always call Lizzo fat.
I don't know who this is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either. You say you're going to be on Breakfast Club? I mean, he probably will. You know
him
what I'm saying?
attacking black women is going to make him even more popular.
Because there's another black woman, U.S. District Judge.
Dr. Boyce, whatever his name
Oh, Boyce Watkins. Yeah.
Okay.
U.S. District Judge Tanya, is it Chutkan? But she is a district judge that is the judge over the case around Trump and the documents.
Right.
She was an Obama appointee. You know, she's a black woman, and one of Trump's followers was arrested because she threatened to kill her. And when she threatened to kill her, she threatens her with racist language using the N-word with the hard R.
Yeah.
Right?
At the end.
Yes.
That is.
It says, she said, "You are in our sights. We want to kill you.
Whoa.
If Trump doesn't get elected in 2024, we are coming to kill you." You know what I'm saying? And so this is rhetoric that Trump's followers are using. Again, it'll be interesting to see if people will respond differently because these are black women coming under attack, or if, but you're saying you think the opposite effect, right? The fact that these are black women, it'll kind of like the misogyny podcasters will
the
eat
Megan
this up.
the Stallion treatment is probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But because of the way Georgia's laws are, a lot of Trump supporters are going to find themselves in jail with new charges. Because, like,
Let's hope so.
Georgia does not play that. Georgia is like, you said what about who?
Yeah.
Come see these cuffs. and hear this jail door slam shut.
Yo, Fanny's gonna come out with a "Come See These Cuffs" T-shirt on. But it's interesting because Mike Pence said the Georgia election wasn't stolen.
Yeah.
The governor of Georgia and the Secretary of State, who the call was made to, they also came out against Donald Trump. Trump famously tried to run people against him and lost dramatically. So it is fascinating. Although, you know, all of them said that if Trump gets the election or wins the GOP nomination, they will all support him. I thought it was fascinating because they asked Mike Pence, was he a MAGA Republican? And he said yes. And they're like, damn, you want to hang yourself, my brother? Like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying?
This is why I could never like be in a gang, because at some point you just gotta be like, this is not working for me. This is
where's self-preservation in this? Like,
it's not even self-preservation. It's like, this is dumb.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, these people are risking their lives, their livelihoods, because they literally believe that there are people sucking blood out of children to live longer and run the world.
That is true.
That's like almost a mental disorder. And at some point you guys say, you know what, maybe we need to do something else.
What was that called? Pizzagate?
Pizzagate, QAnon, all those type of stuff.
Can you explain to me though, like, why Pizzagate? Like, what is the etymology of this?
I mean, I think to get into it, it's like it almost is like you give life to like a made up story.
Okay.
Supposedly some restaurant where they had children there and
they were eating the children.
Supposedly, and
so
I guess
like,
this was where like Hillary Clinton liked to get her pizza.
Like,
I don't know.
So pizza's like a code word. So it's like you got hot dogs and you got pizza. Hot dogs is like code word for little boys.
No,
pizza,
you're lying. This is real?
Yeah, this is real.
So,
are you serious?
So, but it was Servona Kick. I don't know what his name is, but basically there was a group.
Did any of you notice?
Yes,
because I had
it's a group of conservative.
I knew that. No, I did not.
Thinkers, but they were They had a basic debate among themselves as who could get people to believe something on social media and act upon it on real life. So it was a competition.
Oh, wow.
Like the Riggerous
so it was Servonage,
Yes.
it was Stop the Still Dude, Ollie, it was, I forgot this other guy. But they were all, Cassandra, Fairbanks, was all these people. And so they would put out these fake narratives because they were trying to get people to do stuff in real life.
They got him.
And so this one guy
went to
shot
the
up
pizza
store,
spot,
and then there was
right?
like no basement. So the thing was, like, when you see, the rumor was like, if you see missing children, Democrats were stealing children for assault purposes, but then also when they were done to like siphon their blood so they could live longer and all this type of stuff, because technically they're not like real humans.
What type of sci-fi channel?
People really believe this.
People believe this
because you think about like, oh,
and Trump's gonna save us from them.
Because in your brain, like, why do I see so many missing posters? You don't think like, why is like police inept about doing their job? You're like, oh, I see so many missing posters. Now I know why. This is because of this conspiracy.
Yes.
Or, oh, like, I see so many raids and we pop up and we find children. Oh, this must be because Trump did this, right? And so you conflate a lot of stuff, but in the reality, it's like, no. But yes, because like you can just buy people you can buy people's organs off the black market.
Yeah.
Or you can pay to have your name at the, like Prince, what was it, Prince Philip?
Yeah, but
you get your 6 bypass when people are still struggling because you do that with money and power. You don't have to be a part of an underground network that steals people.
But it's also
interesting.
go ahead, Trouble.
I was just going to say it's interesting because like stories like this always seem to come up around election time.
Yes.
And people still believe them,
right,
like wholeheartedly.
And not only that, it's like the idea that like it's just people that have this political ideology. Like it's mad Republicans that got found guilty of pedophilia and and it's like you ignore all of that. Then I tell you what's also fascinating to me is like all of this like almost like obsession around like human trafficking, and we got to stop human trafficking, and human trafficking is bad, but then we can't teach about slavery. Ooh. Right? We can't talk about slavery, which was human trafficking. Get rid of that. We don't want to talk about that. You know, we want to kick that, you know. So that's also, I find fascinating. But that's cognitive dissonance. It's like they had a quote. I wish we had the video up. But apparently Marjorie Taylor Greene said Fani Willis should be going after the rapist. And people were like, well, let me tell you, Marjorie, about Donald Trump a little bit.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
He actually just had a case with a woman named E. Jean Carroll, and they basically said he raped her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she kind of is. You know what I mean? Allegedly.
But listen, I love me a conspiracy theory. I believe we all died in 2012. And, you know, this is the bad place, and this is what we're going through. But I think that we are really failing a lot of people because we are not teaching literacy.
True.
We are not teaching media disinformation and misinformation, how to spot signs of that. And then there is like a privilege to be able to laugh and be like, why would you even think this?
Yes.
And
I guess we've been taking the common sense for granted this whole time, Trouble.
I think it's, but I do think that, like, for instance, with COVID-19, the reason so many people didn't believe it was real is because the medical industry has failed so many black and brown people and has actually experimented on so many black and brown people. And so we were just like, I don't believe it. Like, I don't. Yeah. Like, I understand viruses. I get it. But that is just like a bridge too far, right? Yeah. And so I think that, like, that was just like a perfect storm of everything. Like, I don't believe the government. The government's lying to me. Now this governmental entity is trying to force me to do something. It's too much. Right. And because we failed to communicate, this is where we are now. And now we got plagues and lantern flies. And we're dead. This is the bad place.
That's wild out here.
It's like a new plague every day. We got wildfires from Canada. Like, it's just, we're just here now. And people say,
we have white families adopting large black people to
make movies,
to do some reverse slavery. Like what's going on? I mean, we have a lot. So for those that don't know, there was a movie called The Blind Side.
Right.
And it featured a brother named Michael Orr, who went out to, I guess he ended up becoming an NFL football player. Yep. And it was like a feel-good story. This white family kind of adopted him. They helped him. They taught him. They civilized.
I remember.
He was a rigger in the wild. They brought him into their home.
From his rigorous environment.
And it taught him how to read and did all this stuff. And it, you know, there was a movie about it. Sandra Bullock was in the movie. The movie made $300 million. Yeah. Sandra Bullock got an Oscar. And guess who didn't get any money?
Michael Orr.
Yes. The
rigger.
The basis of the entire movie. And what was wild was apparently, like, they had the system set up to where, like, not only did his parents get the money, but their biological children got money. Yeah. And this brother, the movie wasn't about them. They don't want to care about Sally and Joseph. Who gives a damn? What are they doing right now? They ain't make the NFL. So now Michael Orr is campaigning. He has a book and he's campaigning. Comments, Farouk? You're a sports fan?
I remember when this film came out and my strength coach, he asked me about it.
And this is the time white people love these.
So he's an older white man, right? He's an older white man. He come from that generation.
He bought you two front rows.
No, so I remember we was in the gym and he was like, "Have you seen The Blind Side yet?" And I was like, "Nah." He was like, "Now, usually I don't say things like this, but this seems super racist to me." And I was like, "Really?" He was like, "It just seemed like they bought a black person and taught him how to read and write." So I still to this day haven't seen the film.
Me neither.
But I was like, for my strength coach, this older white man to say this shit,
had
to have been racist.
And the thing about it is, he knew how to read and write. It wasn't, and that's the thing. He was saying, he talked about like he was going into locker rooms and had to explain to people like, no, he knew how to read and write. Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't that he didn't know.
Buffoon.
Right. He was, homeless and then at a foster care, you know what I'm saying? But he was somebody that was intelligent, and he was somebody that had already excelled as an athlete. You know, it wasn't like Sandra Bullock wasn't teaching them how to throw no passes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is what they were trying to make it seem like in the movie. And so, but you're against, even though, has anybody seen it? Have y'all seen Blindside?
I've seen it. It's been a minute, but
was it good?
It was good. It reminds me of Remember the Titans.
Oh, it did?
Like it's the same like feel good racism story, but like nothing really good comes out of Mississippi.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
That was Miracle Jones.
Damn.
Write her at.
Like for us to be like,
Mississippi, goddamn.
You got Mississippi burning and
true, that
like
is
the
true.
Blind Side.
That is true.
Like it's
Lord
just,
have mercy.
It wasn't.
We should have known. We should have known these white people in Mississippi.
But it was just like, it's about this conservatorship.
Yeah.
It's sad because it wasn't even built so that he could profit out off of it and look good for his own interests.
Right. And just before you go, because I want you to, he was not adopted. The story was that they adopted him. And what we found out was he was not adopted. He was put in a conservatorship, similarly to like Britney Spears. And so they could make legal decisions on his behalf, even though he was a grown adult male.
Correct. And so like, we don't know how, because he technically he's married, all type of stuff, but we don't even know if he's legally married. We don't even know if he has the ability to sign his own marriage license. Did he go into business for himself because of the conservatorship, right? And so there's a whole bunch of stuff, because like technically his parents can be like, anything you signed, we didn't sign off on, and now there's an issue, right? And so it's really, really sad and unfortunate we were blinded by the blind side. We were lied to.
There could be so many. There could be so many titles to this episode.
Exactly. Blinded by the blind
so much
side.
great content.
But I think that this is a conversation about disability justice and what does it mean when we can literally just take advantage of people who are struggling and tell them this is something that they need for a better way of life. And I'm thinking like right now with the Maui fires and all of this stuff that's happening, where now we're talking about all these children are missing, or someone's going to need to take care of these kids. We have all of these unaccompanied minors. Right. This is something we're really going to have to look out for, because I'm pretty sure Michael's not the only one, and he's
absolutely.
And I'm very scared about what's going to happen in the next like 10 to 15 years when all of these kids that need to be saved are going to become adults.
Well, I can tell you what happens. Is you're going to see them on a poster holding hands with other children of different colors and creeds, and some white
traumatize someone.
That it might be a traumatizing image,
not Mike,
for some children,
not Mike,
to see black, white, and Asian children holding hands.
Not Mike in Conroe, Texas.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Did you have a comment on it? Nothing good came out. I was about to say.
Yeah,
let's go to miracles. It says some Conroe trustees want to crack down on displays of racial inclusivity and pride, saying they represent, quote, symbols of personal ideology. Wow. They was like, hey, look, we not with racial inclusivity. Tell me you're in the Ku Klux Klan without telling me you're in the Ku Klux Klan, right?
I'm almost not even mad at that, to be honest with you.
True, but it's like your personal ideology isn't racial.
I mean, I would rather you let me know where you stand. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like. What do they call it? Race mixing?
Fuck them posts. Oh, you don't like race?
Oh,
no. How ironic.
He was like, wait, what?
How ironic you wouldn't like race mixing.
And you called me?
No, I'm saying if I'm speaking as them, like they don't like race mixing.
So it's like, if you
tell me you don't like that, I'm like, oh, okay, at least you know I know where you stand.
But it is wild for like trustees of a school to say that racial inclusivity is somebody else's personal ideology. Yeah. And so apparently it says one trustee says a child was traumatized by a poster showing different colored children holding hands.
You never mixed Play-Doh together?
No. Remember?
And had to switch classrooms. Could you imagine walking into a classroom and you see black, white. Martin Luther King's dream, right? Black children, white children, indigenous, Asian, all holding hands and saying like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Remember, you missed it. We were talking earlier, and this lady, what'd you say? Her children are just boxed in.
She just
They're just. That's why they cry when they see people of color. They're just boxed
But the
in.
idea of like holding hands with somebody of another race is traumatizing. To the point where you're like on day 3, like, no, fuck this, man. I can't concentrate on 5th grade math. With these niggas and white people hosting.
Tune in next Tuesday night for our new show. Are you more racist than a 5th grader?
Some people raise their children to be really racist. I remember when I was in school.
Those people are called Americans.
I had a classmate who was like a bigot, and the teachers literally had to sit her down and be like, stop being racist or we're going to have to expel you.
Yeah.
So like I can understand like a kid whose parents teach him that you're better than somebody, another race, to touch them, be around them.
Wow, that's deep.
And then see that and be like, oh, this is not okay.
But I guess my thing would be like, go build your own, go build the white pride school.
And that's why we have charter schools.
With your own money.
Yeah.
Right?
Really.
Not with public money, with your own money, but to my taxpayer money, and I can't even have a little Martin Luther King dream
Imagine if their school was across the street from Dr. Umar's school.
Hey, yo.
Imagine what school rivalry that would be like.
Well, that's what we're heading into, because of the attack on public education.
Yes,
everybody's going to be in these separate charter schools.
True.
I don't know how we're going to get to school, but like,
we're going to have to fight. There's going to be a race fight to get into the school.
Man.
Like, what the hell?
So I'm really interested in like what happened with this kid. What's the story? What made them think, oh, he's traumatized? Like I just need to know what happened. Like,
they had to get him a therapist.
Yeah, what's the diagnosis? That's what I want to know.
It's like did he walk in and just start screaming? Like,
or does he like does he come home with tears in his eyes? His parents like, yo, Bobby, Johnny, what happened? What's going on?
It was a poster.
Did you bully?
They was holding hands.
White people holding hands with Riggerous. They were holding hands with Riggerous. I can't believe it.
You remember the Sopranos episode where Tony sees Uncle Ben?
Oh, and he collapsed. I was just watching that. Yes, indeed. Yes.
That's what it was. But like,
he had a panic attack. What's wrong? Cover the poster. He walked on up.
But I also think that, I don't know if you ever noticed that when people get like resettled, usually, when like refugees are being resettled, they never are usually put in like cities and urban environments. They traditionally send them to these places that are very
devoid of culture.
Either like, this is how we're going to like diversify. So I also wonder like, what was the racial makeup of this environment that this kid was in, and what has changed over the past couple of years? Because I have noticed that a lot of neighborhoods, we attend like different community gatherings, people keep talking about how their neighborhoods are changing.
Yes.
Different people are moving in. So I'm very curious to see what is going on in that part of Texas.
So what it's just funny because a trustee said, this was a quote, "Just so I understand, you are seriously suggesting that you find objectionable a poster indicating that all are included." So this person who found it objectionable, Melissa Duncan, said, or Melissa, Duncan, said she wouldn't say whether or not she found the poster objectionable.
Of course not.
Just that she wants to avoid, quote, situations like that.
What are the situations, like, what are we avoiding? Like, happy children? Explain it to me, please, on a level, like,
how are we going to send our kids to prison if we have art in the hallway?
If they see themselves as equal, with everybody? Shouldn't that white person be standing on top of that rigger?
No shit.
So they when asked if Bible verses were also a violation.
Yes.
When somebody brought up Jesus, hey, didn't Jesus say love everybody?
No, he didn't.
Duncan struggled to respond. I don't know, Duncan replied. So we know posters of black and white and indigenous and Asian children, that's out. That's trauma.
Yeah.
But Bible verses, maybe a Jesus wept. I don't know. Oh my God. Yeah, but I mean, I think we knew when they began the attack on just blackness in general in school, we knew this is where it was going.
Arkansas set the table. I mean, they're doing even more. Like Arkansas now has said that AP African American History Studies is no longer credited.
Right, and again, it's like American history is credited. Other histories are credited, but specifically, and it's the idea that, like, in their mind, that African American studies somehow is like an indoctrination. Like the mere learning about black people and our history, it probably will cause you to be less racist. And we can't have that.
No.
We can't. I mean, if you're traumatized by black and white people holding hands.
Imagine a book.
Imagine when you turn the page and there's Malcolm X looking at you. Oh my God. These my kids is having nightmares. Oh shit. Malcolm X.
My mom worked at a hospital, and she would decorate the hospital for each holiday. And for Black History Month, she had a display that had Malcolm X. And she almost got fired over.
Wow.
Imagine
because the patients complained about
Mommy, I can't sleep. Malcolm X is under my
bed. He's holding the gun.
You white devil.
He's by the window.
Right by the window. He's by the window. Oh, and that was what the sound was, right? When he was by the window.
When I was at TSA, I did a display, and then, your little triangle.
I forgot you was the ops, man.
I was the ops. Do you know they try to say I was putting witchcraft up there?
Oh, wow.
I put
TSA?
Wow.
You were doing witchcraft?
Because I put little triangles on an art display when we had our art competition. I was like, this is so...
Oh, wow.
People were like, I pray to Jesus and only Jesus. And I was like, man, this is just decorative.
It says,
Jesus Christ, no pun intended.
The Arkansas Department of Education said...
I thought you were about to say the Ark of the Covenant.
He said, since we're talking about Jesus.
Yes, we're talking about the good Lord.
The Arkansas Department of Education said the department, quote, encourages the teaching of all American history and supports rigorous courses not based on opinions
or rigors. No rigor-based curriculum.
No rigors allowed.
Or indoctrination. But that's basically what it is. And
so, it's like, so we got a new meaning for CRT. Cut the rigor teaching.
So, and it's wild because, like,
everywhere we go.
But it is wild. Like, the Little Rock Nine, like, so much history took place in Arkansas that they, by all accounts can't even teach. But shout out to, they said the schools in Little Rock said, F y'all, we teaching it anyway. They're gonna offer this as an AP. So shout out,
black people in Arkansas.
1,000%, right? But again, it's people. Like it's clear that, like, what's happening now is, as this white supremacy dialogue, a lot of which, Trump led.
If only we had a Democratic president. Just imagine if we had, like, a Democratic president.
Just don't speak too loud because you might wake him up. No, I'm just
oh shit.
You're on fire today.
Listen.
Jasiri is on fire today.
No, I mean, we do, right, and we have a African American vice president. You know what I'm saying? But again, I mean, it is interesting to see. I don't know.
What if Joe comes in here and, like, I heard y'all talking about me?
Joe would do that too.
Like, Joe would. You remember what happened with Corn Pop? Like,
oh shit!
I do think we put in a press inquiry to his reelection team.
Yeah,
Joe gonna cuss y'all out.
Yo, if we got Joe Biden on This Week in White Supremacy,
amazing.
That would be incredible.
That would be. But and again,
Farouk, I heard about you.
I'm like, let's talk. Let's talk, Joe.
I heard about how you voted in 2020, Farouk.
Like, I voted for your ass, Joe.
Yeah, you did. First time, yeah.
Yeah, man.
First time.
And you let me down, Joe.
First time. Well, I mean, he still has, I guess, maybe some time. I mean, but the time's now.
I mean, Joe's on Father Time's time. Like.
But I think, like,
that's gonna be the presidential election right there. Joe Budden versus Father Time.
Joe Budden
or Joe Biden.
But I think
Joe Budden too.
Well, that's all of us. But I think the question is, I think you make a good point, right? Because it's like, where are the federal protections for us?
Yeah.
right? Because we do have Joe Biden there. We do have, Vice President Kamala Harris there. So, like, where are the federal protections against us? And even if
I know exactly where they went. To the Ukraine.
He's on one today. He is on one today.
10 more minutes before he goes full MAGA, everybody. Just wait and see.
It's like, no, we can't help you niggas.
Oh, my God. So, but again, I mean, I think there is a lot happening in the world. And again, I think, like, as we analyze, well, we do have... we are coming to a close. We do have some black excellence.
Yes, we do.
You know what I'm saying? We do have some black excellence. A sister that they tried to put down, right? A sister that had suffered some real trauma, right? And Sha'Carri Richardson lost her mom. Wasn't that the case? She lost her mom. Yeah. She used a legal drug.
Right.
And they removed her, from participating in the Olympics. And she's back. She won the 100 meter. Was it a world record? Did she say?
Yeah, she set a world record.
Set a world record, won the 100 meters.
10.65.
Finally beat the Jamaicans, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and so shout out to Sha'Carri, man. That was a beautiful thing. It showed,
I mean, she's so incredible, bro. She's incredible.
Although it's like, why we always got to be the resilient ones? Like, why we always got to fight against all this extra shit?
All my life I has to fight.
But she kept her cool, you know what I'm saying? And she ended up winning, and we celebrate her. And cheer for her. Is anything else? Y'all have anything else happening? Miracle?
But I saw on social media they were talking about like they had her in the far lane.
Yes.
Because they didn't think she was going to place. They had counted her out. I'm not a pastor, but I feel like there's a story in there.
Oh, teach on the far lane. Have they ever tried to put you all the way to the right?
Counted you out. Said you couldn't make it. Said you wouldn't be anybody. But I just love the fact that she won. And that she's able to be celebrated. And I liked how she said, like, she doesn't care about what the world thinks.
Yeah, the world was her friend and then the world was her enemy. That's what she said.
And just like the perseverance and resilience, but just to see her at 23 be this world champion, and how people had to play in her face.
Yes.
She watched people actually be doping and cheating and still get to compete in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And she was smoking weed in a place where it was legal.
100%.
And she got kicked out. So I just shout out to her.
Definitely.
All the things, all the love, all the sponsorships, all the deals. I hope she's happy and healthy and has a good group of people in her corner.
So we do have some breaking news. John Eastman, the lawyer charged with helping to orchestrate Trump's fake electoral scheme in Georgia, has surrendered to authorities and booked in the Fulton County Jail. So I guess this is the first, first out of the 18 or 19 to get booked. There was an article that I wanted to share with you, Miracle, since you are our legal expert on the show. It was The Hill. It says it was titled, "The Constitution Bars Trump from Holding Public Office Ever Again." It says two prominent conservative legal scholars that are part of the Federalist Society. This is a society with Clarence Thomas, right?
Right.
It says, have made the case that the Constitution disqualifies former President Trump, not just from running for president, but from all public office because of a section known as the disqualification clause. It says it bars from office any government official who takes an oath to defend the Constitution and then engages in or aids in an insurrection against the United States. Speaking of that, I don't know if you breath is feeling kind of
we might be able to use some indictments right now.
Maybe as I was discussing that, wanted another taste of some indictments.
How many are in there? 93? 94?
91? 91? Have you some? So, Miracle, do you believe that this clause should apply?
I thought this said insurgency, man. That's crazy.
Insurrectment. Yes. Seditiously delicious. Do you think that...
Oh, I thought you made that up. That really says that on there.
It says seditiously delicious.
That's wild. How do you open it? Oh, you got to pop the...
Okay. Do you think Trump should be disqualified for running for office, Miracle?
Yes.
I think if y'all wanted Trump not to run for office, you should have carried on with the original impeachment. But we're here.
Yeah.
And he's not going to step down. You're going to have to force that man out.
Yeah. Trouble, you said yes.
You mess with that man's money. Yeah. He's not going to leave.
It says in this, it says Section 3 requires no prior criminal law conviction for treason or any other defined crime. I know, but it says it doesn't require him to be convicted. You know what I'm saying? It says that's not a prerequisite. But what they were saying was, by all accounts, every single major from the presidency to Congress to Senate have called January 6th an insurrection. Mm-hmm. That's how it's been described. Right. And Trump
not legitimate political discourse.
Right, not that. And Trump clearly had a hand in this insurrection. So just based on that, you don't even need to lock him up. Farouk, should he run for office ever again?
No.
He's going to run for all the offices.
He's going to run for all.
I mean, he probably
running
will.
For King of America.
I mean, he'll probably just create some shit.
He probably will.
Emperor Trump, King Trump.
Lord have mercy. Do we have any other stories that you all feel like we need to cover?
Do we have a white pages?
We do not have a white pages currently on the table.
But I
don't know if you can go over there.
I mean, you can read the 41 count indictment.
You can't.
That was authored by Fani.
True.
Yes. About what's going on. I think it's always important to read primary documents. Because I do think it's important to read primary documents. Because, sometimes people could spin things. And when you read the indictments yourself, you take some time with it. But, this is.
Well, I think that's the thing. I mean, like, according to supposedly opinion or whatever.
I thought this was very appropriate.
Yeah. Supposedly 60% of the people, I think it might have been 64, are saying that Trump shouldn't be president. Like, this should be disqualifying. But, the Trump's fan base don't read. They're not reading these documents. They're not looking for any legal authority to them.
Do they know how to read?
That's a great question. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people can't read past like a 5th or 6th grade level. Mm-hmm. And so maybe not.
They're too busy reading about Pizzagate and John F. Kennedy come back to life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be worried about like documents, facts, right? So, I mean, I think that's the piece of it. Like, will it even matter? Obviously it doesn't. 91 felonies in and Trump's only getting more popular. And basically, somebody leaked like DeSantis is running probably the worst campaign in the history of campaigns. And somebody like leaked his debate strategy. And it was basically like defend Donald Trump.
Oh.
Like defend Donald Trump.
He's
and
supposed
then
to go with Vivek Ramaswamy with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, go against Vivek, but defend Donald Trump. And so even somebody who Trump has called DeSantimonious, I mean, Trump is
putting fingers.
Right, putting fingers. I mean, Trump is just disrespecting this dude every step of the way, and even he's going to defend Donald Trump. So it's just wild to watch. Even with all of this, he still could be the president of the United States, and that is pretty insane. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
This season of America is so crazy. Absolutely. Just wait till next season, man, when the actual election happens. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe it'll be the season finale of America.
Yeah, I think we have to like figure out like what our travel budget is. We got to be like on.
I want to go to the Iowa caucus.
Yes.
I want to go. You know what I mean? To all the primaries. I want to go everything, man.
Yes, that would be amazing.
We out of there.
We didn't even get into Donald Trump and Laura Loomer, who is an anti-Muslim, outright racist, and Trump called her terrific. And this is just a straight-up white nationalist. I mean, it's just so much happening. And it's like, again, like she's letting us know straight up, this is what I stand for. This is who I roll. And you know what? I'm coming after the riggers. I'm coming out. You can do it better than me. I'm coming after the riggers.
The rigamarole.
Yes. Did you want to do this? Did you want to do this?
Yeah. So
our white pages.
I thought this is appropriate since we were talking about the traumatizing posters that are up in Texas schools and Arkansas making an attack on African American history. We have Fugitive Pedagogy, Carter Woodson and the Art of Black Teaching by Jarvis R. Givens.
Yes.
And this is this is going to be a teacher's best friend coming into this school year if you live in one of those states where this book isn't banned.
Absolutely.
So please check this out. Fugitive Pedagogy on your banned book list. You probably have to get it on the black web if you live in Florida. Yeah.
And I do believe that Black Girl Absolute still has some of the Try Me earrings available.
Let a nigga try me.
Viola Davis, reshared her earrings.
Yeah, that shit was hard. That was,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Viola Davis did. So shout out to Black Girl Absolute. So it's blackgirlabsolute.com, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you want the Try Me earrings that Miracle debuted on our show a few weeks ago. You know what I'm saying?
This week in White Supremacy.
Come on, man. Look at us. So now if you have a product, look at the Try Me earrings went viral. Now we got the Indictments. You too could come in and sponsor This Week in White Supremacy with your
don't forget the priceless apparel for
yes,
too.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't get paid for this. But also, if you are in the city of Pittsburgh or Allegheny County on Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m., we'll be.
And you're not watching the mugshot.
You're not watching the mugshot.
Oh, the mugshot probably say we might have mugshot t-shirts on deck. Depending on how early we got the mugshot,
inshallah,
we might have some t-shirts there.
Get this nigga booked at like 9 a.m. So we can have the shirts by 5 p.m.
And if you're a supporter of our work, or if you're someone who needs an ID, someone who's registered to vote, or has questions about the upcoming election, please stop down from 4 to 7 for People, Politics, and Power.
Yes.
We're going to have some really cool food from Chef Mobile. We'll have some giveaways. Some really cool things. DJ QRX will be spinning, so it'll be a good time on Thursday. Fridays we're going to be back at Liberty Green for Fridays on Jet.
Absolutely. We'll be back. We're going to have roller skating out there. We're going to have ATU food truck. We're going to have crumble cookies. Something else is happening,
I haven't had a crumble cookie in forever.
Yeah, it's going to be banging. So come out to People, Politics, and Power on Thursday. Friday on deck Friday, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't even get a chance really to pop our collar, you know what I'm saying? We had maybe the greatest concert in the history of Pittsburgh when the locks came through.
Bro.
Yes. And shut down the Bino.
I was on a plane yesterday watching the footage out there.
Yes.
Like sitting there just like, man.
Amazing.
It made it worth it.
Nuts.
It was a good.
It was, it got a little shaky.
Yeah.
One Hood, we did our thing. One Hood did our thing. But, to me, it was like Beyonce canceled. I think people were worried. Soon as they hit the stage, it was just like the cheers began and they were happy. So
I've never seen so many black people smiling.
Yes.
So much as that night a lot. That's why I was like, you gotta look at this.
Yeah.
Everybody move to this section.
You did. Out. And they, when we went to meet the Locks, Sheik was like, that's the best crowd he'd ever been a part of. And so that was dope. You know what I'm saying? And he was really talking about, like, he said at one point he thought like the verse was playing in the song.
Yeah, he was like, like the crowd.
But it was the crowd knowing all the words. So they were happy. They turned down New York City Yankee Stadium to come to Pittsburgh and mess with One Hood. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, bro, I didn't have a voice the next day.
Yeah.
I was hype.
Yeah, so
a kid in the candy store.
I really was, man. Like, that's a bucket list thing that I get to check off.
And we have more stuff coming, so follow One Hood on all social media, at One Hood Media, or at One Hood on, what is it? What is it now? Is it X? Are we calling it X now?
I don't know.
Are we calling it? Did you see where they said like most of his followers were like fake? Most of Elon Musk's followers were fake?
No, I didn't see that. That's crazy.
And then Elon said he wasn't going to block. He was going to take away the block feature.
Except for DMs or something like that?
Right, but then Twitter's own community notes said that if he were to take away the block feature, that they wouldn't be able to have it on any Apple, like you wouldn't be able to upload it. Like you have to have block if you have any type of social media service. So
interesting.
Yeah, it's not going well. It's not going well for Elon Musk, you know what I'm saying? But
should have took it to space.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe now, I don't know, Riggerous.
Why are we here? I was about to say. Too many Riggers on X. That should be your next song, Riggers on X.
With that being said,
we're out of here, man.
Final words, Miracle.
Turn up.
Have
fun.
Have fun.
Good food.
Eat good food. That's a great. Trouble?
Never lose sight.
Group?
Let's rigor it out.
Till next time, Riggers.
No shit.